Hi, my name is Promise Smith, and I decided to do my presentation on Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation. Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation was created to instill and create magical moments for children that have life-threatening illnesses. It was also created um, in hopes that the needs of the children and the wishes that they wanted to be granted would come first. Um, Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation focuses on being innovative and creative in order to instill hope in children's lives that may go through struggles daily in dealing with their chronic illness. There are several people that can qualify for Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation, and those children vary from ages of 2 to 17. There is no particular disease that is channeled for Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation. Any child that wants to participate in the program, as long as there has been a submission or a referral made, can participate in the program. Any kind of medical disease or illness that hinders a child can make them eligible for the Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation. In order to participate, the child has to be medically cleared by a physician and given permission to travel to wherever it is that their wish may require them to travel to. The wish is granted by a referral being submitted to the Make-A-Wish Foundation by either a parent or a legal guardian, or a family friend, or even the child themselves can submit that referral to the Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation. And there are 5 categories that the submission must fall under. Those categories are: I wish to go, I wish to be, I wish to meet, I wish to have, and I wish to give. And that simply means that that child can say that they wish to do any of those 5 things, and on the account of them being chosen for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, they will have their wish granted, depending on whatever it is that their heart desires. The foundation is ran by a board of directors, and they are from all over the nation, and those directors are appointed to make any kind of executive decision that concerns the company and the whereabouts of the company. They also protect the Make-A-Wish Foundation assets to make sure that they are not being abused, and the directors also ensures that there is always legal accountability and there's a good moral capacity and integrity being displayed, and that the brand is being positively promoted as well. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is funded by charities and sponsors. There are large companies such as CNN and Claire's and several other companies that sponsor the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They're a nonprofit organization, and people can donate by giving their air mileage points to the company. That helps with travel expenses and flying kids all over the country to wherever their wish may take them. And there are also people who give donations to the company as well, just because they feel it's their way of giving back to children that are in need. And there are several hundreds of thousands of volunteers that also participate in the Make-A-Wish Foundation in helping it run smoothly without requesting any kind of compensation at all. The participants that are able to participate in the Making a Wish Foundation come true as far as for the children vary from family members, if that family has other siblings, or if there is other people that are in the family that reside in the home that may want to go, or the child may want them to go and experience that wish with. Depending on the funding and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, that family can be flown or taken to wherever that child wants to go. Also, any staff members or any kind of volunteers that may work at the particular location that the wish is going to be granted at are also required participants in the Make-A-Wish Foundation. process. And Disney is a magical place. It is created to give children a variety of things that they can do and see and be a part of that allows their minds to be able to expand and think beyond their wildest imagination. There are several different locations that the Walt Disney Foundation has, and those locations are the Walt Disney Resort and the Disneyland Resort, the Disneyland Cruise, which kids can actually go on a Disney cruise where there are all kinds of different characters from popular movies that are on that cruise that are dressed up in character, and they tend to do what they can to make the children on that cruise happy and try to engage them in activities. There's also the Aulani Disney Resort and Spa, and that is incorporated so kids can have a spa day and be treated. And there's also the Disney Store where there is tons of apparel, there's toys, and the characters often walk through the store and allow kids to pick things that they want to have. And the store sponsors and donates so much money that kids are allowed to have so they can take those things home free of charge. Disney's main goal is to change one life at a time. They are in the business to grant as many wishes as possible for children that have chronic illnesses and life-threatening diseases. It allows a child to be able to soar past the illness and be able to cope and adapt better. And it also gives the parents a coping mechanism, because it's hard as parents dealing with children that have chronic illnesses and life-threatening diseases, especially if money is tight and you can't always take that child where you want them to go or where they want to go, because you might be stuck with medical bills, or you might have to find different alternatives to help that child live and thrive. And it may take up extra money and resources that you don't really have. And so taking a vacation and giving that child the opportunity to venture off and be granted a wish or make their dream come true is not always in that parent's reach. So it gives the parent ways to cope as well and helps to take some of the pressure off of the parent. It also gives children hope for the future. It allows them to be able to believe that magic is real and that they can do anything and they can overcome anything if they just believe. The experience is designed to create an experience for them that they will never forget, and that they will remember that even in their weakest, in their most difficult times in their life, that they were able to dream big and that their dream was able to come true. I have a brother that has sickle cell anemia, and he's 32, and he was diagnosed when he was 3 years old, and he's had 2 brain surgeries and he's had 5 strokes, and he is now currently blind, and he has the mind capacity of a 12-year-old. He has no frontal lobe, so he doesn't remember things. But when he was 10 years old, because he wanted to go to Disney and because he had a life-threatening or chronic illness, my parents submitted a referral to the Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation, and our family was chosen, and we were flown to Disney, and we were able to vacate there for a week and have some time off to just relax and kind of take our minds away from the daily stressors that my brother's illness put our family through. And Disney showed hospitality, and they gave us hope. They sent us home with apparel, and we had doctors come in and check on my brother regularly, and he had a ball. And in that moment, he forgot that he was sick, and he was able to be a normal child and live a normal life. And that is what Disney is about. Their Make-A-Wish Foundation is created to give children a sense of normalcy so they don't feel as if they're different than everyone else. They can play and they can have fun and be celebrated just like other kids. Just because they're sick or they have an illness, that doesn't mean that they should be treated any less and that the things that they want should not be taken into consideration. That concludes my report for the Disney's Make-A-Wish Foundation. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen.